Hey guys, welcome to the road to the Kang Dynasty. In this series, I'm going back every single month and revisiting a previous MCU movie and making updated custom LEGO minifigures to make them as accurate to the movies as possible. Hey guys, we're back with another installment of the road to Kang Dynasty, and this month we're revisiting the Winter Soldier. Now, last month we actually did Guardians of the Galaxy, so we did things a little bit out of order, but the reason for that is because in the Avengers Tower we got Arnim Zola, and I didn't want to make that video until I actually had Zola, so thanks for bearing with me, and that was the big surprise I mentioned in last month's video. Speaking of last month's video, I've done every MCU movie up to this point, and I'll be doing every one leading up to Kang Dynasty, so be sure to hit like and subscribe down below, and let's get into building these customs. So as always, we go in chronological order of appearance in the movie, and at the beginning of the movie, we've got Steve Rogers going on his left where he tells Sam, on your left. So for this, I used dark blue legs, a flipped around torso from Tony Stark or Owen Grady for his gray running shirt. The head comes from Sam Flynn from Lego Tron, and then of course he's just got some regular strawberry blonde hair up top there. So at the beginning of the movie, we have Captain America in his stealth outfit, and of course he'll wear it a couple other times in the movie. Now, in my opinion, the best outfit that we have right now is the stealth Captain Carter from the LEGO Marvel What If set, but of course that does give you a British flag on the shield and the torso. Admittedly, I think especially from further away, it doesn't look quite as, British, but up close it definitely does. So it's up to you to decide if that is too British for you, but in my book, it's close enough, and it is the best we have as of this video being recorded. So I went ahead and used that Captain Carter torso and shield with the Steve Rogers, Captain America helmet and head combo we've been getting for a while. And ironically, the legs also come from Captain Carter, but they're the dual molded legs with the brown boots that come in the CMF Series 1 from Marvel. Black Widow is kind of on her Eras tour because we've got so many different parts for Black Widow here to build her. So the torso and head come from the 2023 Black Widow. That way you get the shield arm printing on both arms, which looks really great. Then the legs come from the Black Widow from 2012 because I think that that's our best detail for Black Widow, especially when we're trying to emulate that Winter Soldier feel. Then the hair comes from Lego City. It's actually come in a million different Lego sets, but it's that straight hair, and I think it is one of our better options for Black Widow as of this video. Up next is Brock Rumlow, who's actually kind of easy to build if you have the pieces. So he's just got Tony Stark's spiky black hair, the face from Jango Fett, which I think works really, really well. Then the torso with the short-sleeved arms. They actually do come together on Ethan Hunt from Lego Dimensions, and he's just got plain black legs to finish it out. Here we've got Batroc the Leaper, and I always thought it was cool that he was included in this and that he popped up years later in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So, kind of funny that the only two things he's ever popped up in both have Winter Soldier in the title. How about that? Anyways, these legs come from Tony Stark from the Bricktober pack from a number of years ago, and I have to admit that those legs are pretty difficult to find because this figure is pretty desirable and it was only available for a very short time at a very limited window, so hopefully you guys have that piece, but it really does match his kind of gray camouflage legs there. The torso here comes from, I think his name is Akonda Far or something like that, from Star Wars. He's got dark gray gloves and the head from DJ from Star Wars as well. Up next is Agent Sitwell, and I've always loved this custom. I've always thought it's so simple, but it works so great. And it's just black legs and the torso from Agent Coulson from Lego Marvel, with the head from Franklin from Lego Jurassic World, and the hands to match. Super, super simple, and you technically only need 2 figures to make this one work. Up next, we've got Nick Fury, and the one I used here is from the 2015 Helicarrier. I do think that this is the closest LEGO has ever given us to his Winter Soldier look, although looking through all my parts and pieces, I don't actually know that I have a look that's perfect for Fury, so I'm gonna go ahead with this one because I do think it's the closest. We see Steve Rogers a couple times through the MCU in this kind of general outfit, so it's kind of cool that I think it debuts in this movie if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I gave him his classic shield. I gave him this torso from Harry Potter from Lego Harry Potter. He's got these dark khaki legs, and once again we used the head from Sam Flynn from the Tron set and the same hair from before, but you could also use this combo if you want the glasses and the hat, which we see in Civil War. Can't quite remember if he wears it in Winter Soldier, but just to prepare ahead of time, the head comes from Agent Coulson, and the hat is just a regular blue hat. So we do get to see old lady Peggy Carter, and this scene is always so heartbreaking, but to build this, I went ahead and used this torso that came in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a number of years ago. I do recognize that that's not exactly the easiest piece to get, so I might also suggest using MJ's torso from the recent Spider-Man Final Battle, but it doesn't really matter because she's kind of got like the covers pulled up and you don't really see her top anyways. In fact, I just took a complete guess on what her legs were like, but the head came from McGonagall from Harry Potter, and I gave her the long gray hair from Mrs. Scratch and Post from the Lego Movie. So we got our first ever Lego Alexander Pierce minifigure in the Avengers Tower that literally just came out as of this video being recorded. But yeah, I used him as the basis for our Alexander Pierce for this video. So that's where the legs and torso and even the hair came from. But the head is actually the head from the Nova Corps officer from Guardians of the Galaxy 2014. But the opposite side, I think, actually looks quite a bit like Robert Redford. And I'm really happy with the way this one turned out. Now, way back in 2015, LEGO actually did a Winter Soldier poly bag, and it's kind of a happy blend between the comics and what we see in the movie. So I think it leans a little bit more comic-y, especially when you look at like the star printing on the arm. But on the back of the head, you could see that he's got his domino mask on, and on the front, he's got his mouth mask on, which we see in this movie. At this point, I think that this minifigure, exactly the way we see it, is the most accurate way to represent the Winter Soldier from this movie, and hopefully we actually get Winter Soldier sets someday, because pretty much every figure in this video has been a custom so far. For casual Black Widow, I used dark blue legs, the torso from Claire Dearing from Jurassic, and then the head and hair from Black Widow we talked about earlier in the video. Although she's not the most exciting character ever, I'm actually really happy with the way this custom turned out. This, of course, is Sharon Carter, Agent 13. I used dark gray legs with the torso from the Grip Hook character from LEGO Harry Potter collectible minifigure series with black arms, and then the hands, head, and hair combo from the actual Sharon Carter Agent 13 from Captain America Civil War. In the $500 Avengers Tower, we also got Arnim Zola, which was super, super cool. And this is just a brick-built computer, so it's kind of representing that underground bunker scene from the Winter Soldier, and I love the way this turned out. Can't really think of any ways to upgrade it because it's pretty much perfect right out of the set. In the back of the van, we see Maria Hill in a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent disguise, and of course, using the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent torso from the new Avengers Tower makes a lot of sense. Then I just went back and used the same head and hair combo from the original Maria Hill minifig that came in the Avengers helicarrier set. So when she's in this outfit, she also wears an outfit pretty similar to this in the movie, so you could just use that minifig, but if you have both, here's how to make both options, I guess. As we lead up to Kang Dynasty, I always show you how to make the Stan Lee cameo from each movie, and of course we get him as the security guard in this movie. To build this, I used the legs and torso from Nick Fury from the Captain Marvel movie, with the hands and head from Alfred from the LEGO 1966 Batcave, and I used this cop hat to look like his security hat, and this is probably one of my favorite Stan Lee customs we've done so far, to be real with you. Here we've got Cap in his Smithsonian outfit when he steals his old uniform back, and this one kind of made me conflicted because I almost went with an older comic book style Captain America because, you know, it is a little bit more vibrant blue than his other MCU suits, but I feel like this is too comic booky for what we're trying to get here, so I went ahead and made the custom that I showed you right here, and this is the legs from the Captain Carter figure from the LEGO Marvel CMF Series 1. The torso comes from the 2021 LEGO Marvel Mech Captain America minifigure. It's actually where the shield, head, and helmet comes from as well. So I think that this is a pretty simple way to get the Smithsonian look, and I'd love to hear what you guys think of this one in the comments. And of course, we have Falcon. Now, because I'm still excited about Avengers Tower, I went ahead and used the head, hair, and brick-built wings from Avengers Tower to build Falcon from this movie. I actually think it's pretty good representation all around. Then, as we move down, I used this torso from either Star-Lord or Gamora. They both had the same torso from Guardians Volume 2, with the arms from Barbara Gordon from the LEGO Batman movie. Although the skin tones don't quite match, I do think it still shows a good short-sleeved look. I gave him his guns from Avengers Tower, and finally, the legs come from that Bricktober Tony Stark we talked about earlier in the video, so I guess you will have to decide if you're going to use those legs on Falcon or Batroc, but since they're not in the same scenes, like if you're doing stop-motion animation or anything like that, at least you never have to worry about, you know, using the same legs on the same character at the same time. And in the post-credit scene of the movie, we meet the twins for the first time, as well as Baron von Strucker. So I went ahead and used the von Strucker minifig from Age of Ultron, and then the head and hair for Quicksilver come from Quicksilver from Age of Ultron, but the torso is from Owen Grady or Tony Stark. Spoiler alert, it's the same torso on Scarlet Witch, just flipped around. I gave him bare tan arms with dark gray legs, and for Scarlet Witch, I already told you about the torso, and then we used dark gray legs as well with the head and hair from Endgame Wanda. And with that being said, let's bring this video to a close. Alright guys, be sure to hit like and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and get ready for Age of Ultron, which is going to be our next one, and oh my gosh, that is going to be a massive showcase. I can't wait. I'll see you guys there. Be good to each other, and have a great day.